Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. So excited to have you today. So, we're going to go ahead and get started. So, I know we do have a few more people that are coming in, and I will go ahead and do my best to invite them in as they are joining. But I just want to welcome you guys that are watching this replay. Welcome you guys that are on the live. I am so excited to have you guys here today and how you can learn even more about human design and this amazing tool that I believe comes to us from God to be able to truly blast off and transform your life. So I'm so excited to really explore this with you guys today. So go ahead and pop in the chat for those individuals that are watching the replay and for those that I know are going to be joining live. I always love to do this. My mentor does this, and it's absolutely fabulous. Go ahead and pop in the chat a few words to describe how you are feeling, to describe how you're feeling about this masterclass, how your day has been thus far. Go ahead and pop in the chat. I'm so excited to see you guys and to talk about human design. This is something that I feel I could talk about for hours. So I'm going to do my best to keep it really concise and proactive. That way we can honor everyone's time today. So go ahead and pop in the chat a few words to describe how you are feeling and yes, how your day is going thus far. Let's see. Excited to learn about human design. Amazing. Excited. Amazing. Okay, great. Yes, I'm excited for you guys to learn even more about human design. It's going to be absolutely so transformational. So here we go. So, what I want to share with you guys is more of a layout about me. We're going to discuss what human design is, the science and spiritual aspect of human design, which is the lens of how I see it, how you can continuously prioritize God and the tool of human design, just really start co creating the life of your dreams. And then extra special incentives and offers that we have that I highly anticipate are going to sell quickly. So for those of you guys that are on the live now, you have access to these offers before it goes out to the rest of the world. So I highly recommend utilizing your type strategy and authority with this. And that way you're able to anchor into what's the best decision for you. And we'll go over what all of that means too. So, a little bit about me. I am Mallory. If you are new and you're watching the replay, if you just came across my page today, or if you've been following me for some time, I want to give you guys some feedback. So, I am Mallory, that is me, and I am an entrepreneur and CEO of my business Verde that is founded on God and the science and teachings of human design. So, about over a year and a half ago, I was in a 2 years ago, honestly, at this point, I was in a very unhealthy relationship and I was working a career that I once really loved. It once was my everything, but there just was this lack of fulfillment that was there that started coming about for me. So, what happened was I ended my unhealthy relationship. And as I invested in different personal development containers, I had invested in my first really big group container that was really awesome for me at that time. And I started learning even more about myself. I started diving into different patterns, triggers, inner child work, shadow work, all of these different things. And I actually started to realize within myself, which was quite eye opening, of holy shit, I actually need to do something about my career because I am feeling really excited. And I once was feeling really excited about this career. However, as I'm growing, as I'm evolving, as I'm learning more about myself, I know I'm designed for more. And while I love the brand and I love the company and I will absolutely still invest with them, my soul was calling me for more. There was this nudge within myself that more is out there for me. Go ahead and pop in the chat. You guys can go ahead. I can't see all of you. I can't see you guys right now. So go ahead and pop in the chat if you can resonate with this feeling. If you understand, love it. Yes. If you can resonate with this feeling of just maybe even once really, really loving what you did or really despising what you do, and you know that more is out there for you. This container and Hume Design and Verde, people are who are drawn in, the clients that I work with are really drawn and attracted towards more. They know that more is out there and it doesn't necessarily make logical sense and it can feel quite scary. It can feel quite nerve wracking, but you just know there's a feeling for more. You know you're designed to be a multimillionaire. You know you're designed to own your own business. You know you're designed to work your way up the corporate ladder. You know you're designed to have so many investment properties that you can retire at 30, right? You know all of these things. You have all these desires. And of course, they don't have to be exactly what I listed. Yes, it's time for more. Exactly. More. Yes, it's time for more. Exactly. Exactly. So those are the type of clients that come in and that I work with predominantly. So I made the conscious decision to integrate my Hume Design, and it absolutely has transformed my fucking life. And I am so excited to share this tool with you guys alongside with other tools and modalities that I use that truly has, you're going to hear me say this so many times, but it's truly allowed me to blast off into my dream life. And I know that you guys are able to do the same thing too. So that's a little bit about me. And when I invested in my personal development journey and when I actually went ahead and went full in into integrating my Hume Design beforehand, before I quit my 9 to 5 theoretical job, before I quit that, I always knew, or at that point, I knew that at this point in my life, something was really drawing me towards Human Design, but I didn't have a full-time job option. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. So I quit my 9 to 5. I didn't have a full-time option. I was scared shitless, but it was also the most free I had ever felt in my entire life. Go ahead and pop in the chat if you guys can really resonate with the feeling of just feeling free. Like it doesn't make logical sense to anyone else, but you made a decision, you made a move, or you're wanting to make a move that doesn't necessarily make logical sense, but you just feel it in your body that this is the time to do it. You're tired of putting up with the bullshit. You're tired of telling yourself the same story. You're tired of hearing the same limiting beliefs within yourself. So let me go ahead and see. And okay, great. So when I went all in my Hume Design, I started to just ready for change. Exactly. Exactly. Ready for change. Exactly. So I had that same feeling. I had that same feeling, Elaine, where I was like, something needs to happen. I don't know what needs to happen. I don't even know what it looks like, but it just needs to happen. So again, I quit my full-time job. And I just continuously implemented Human Design. I started following as a generator. We're going to get into all of what that means. I started following what really, really excited me. Exactly. Yes. I started following what excited me every single day. And there were so many nights on the floor, on the bathroom floor, where I was just crying to God. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Please help me. Please show me these signs, because it was so hard. And this is something that Reese Evans talks about, and that is really, really highlighted in Human Design, is that as you're learning this, I want you guys to come in with an open mind. So just take a deep breath with me right now. So inhale in and exhale out. And just come into this experience with such an open mind, because there are going to be things that you learn today that are going to totally shift your fucking reality. And they're going to be things that can maybe be hard or really exciting to hear. So if you've had a conditioning, for example, to work your ass off 24/7 for 25, 50, 60 years, I have a wide range of clients that I also work with. If that's been your go-to for so many years, just give yourself grace that It can either happen in an instance where this really clicks with you and you just blast off, or or that this is just going to take some time. And there are going to be limiting beliefs that are going to come up for you. And that's something that I really integrate in my one on one coaching and Unlock Your Soul, the beautiful combination of mindset and human design together. That's been a beautiful blend that I feel, especially recently, has helped me really, really continuously blast the fuck off. Okay, so as I invested in my human design school, I'm a certified human design reader. I also am eligible right now to coach and mentor individuals. I am receiving three different certifications in my coaching school that is IPEC. So the coaching industry is not regulated. So individuals, whoever can call themselves coach, and that's neither here nor there. But I wanted to do it from more of an ethical standpoint and also from more of an empowering way to where my clients are having real life changes and not just being told what to do, right? So there's a beautiful balance of both. So what was actually very eye-opening for me is that this is my human design chart here. So if you've never seen a human design chart before, or if you don't already have access to it, you can go ahead and message me pre-chart on Instagram. And there's going to be other ways that you guys are going to be able to receive your human design chart too. Someone is also unmuted. Okay, let me go ahead and mute. Okay, great. So when I learned about my human design specifically, there were so many entrepreneurial gates that I didn't even realize. And this is what is so powerful about human design is that you guys, we have a conscious side. So this is what you can actually relate to. I don't know, go ahead and pop in the chat if you can see my mouse right now. I want to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing with my mouse currently. But on the right side, this is the conscious side. So this is more of what you can resonate with. And this is your unconscious side. Okay, yes, great, awesome. So this is your unconscious side. So this is really what all of these skills and gifts that you don't have full access to. Yes, okay, awesome. So what's so important that stuck out with me is that Reese Evans talks about we have access to over 11 million bits of information in our subconscious mind. And this is the subconscious mind in human design here. What's so interesting is that guess how many we consciously have access to? This is the conscious mind. 40. We only have access to 40 bits of information from our conscious mind. So this is what's so powerful about the tool of human design is that you're able to understand, for example, how you go about navigating your day-to-day life. And this is something we're going to dive into much deeper. You understand how you can then navigate day-to-day life, day-to-day decisions. You understand how your energy operates with more ease. That way you can attract more abundance into your life. You understand how you can start making big decisions. And you are now having more awareness of these unconscious gifts or patterns that you are creating. So, for example, this is your Venus gate. This is also something we dive much deeper into in one on one coaching specifically. We unlock and uncover all of these gates here. So you can learn about, for example, what you're here to communicate, a part of your purpose. You're here, you can also see, for example, like what you deeply value. So one of mine is gate 38, which is really fighting for what I believe in. That's the higher expression. There's a higher and lower expression to everything in human design. So a lower expression that I'm unconscious of, I was unaware of, is that unconsciously, I like to create chaos, especially in my romantic relationship, especially in my romantic relationship. So this was something that was actually ruling my life. And until this is something that Sigmund Freud talks about, and I'm going to butcher it just a little bit, but until we make the unconscious conscious, we will call it fate and it will rule our lives. So this is why it's so important to integrate a tool like human design, because you're able to bring all of these things that are unconscious into your conscious so that way you can start living your most abundant and dream life even more. Because that alone, that awareness alone within myself has totally shifted my romantic relationship. And we already have such a beautiful, healthy relationship, but it totally just allowed it to really just send it even more. So I'm very, very thankful to have that awareness. So we're going to talk about, again, first, what really is human design? What the fuck is human design? I get this all the time when I share, oh, yes, Verde is founded on God and human design. And people can go, human what? Right? Human what? And that was my reaction. Go ahead and pop in the chat maybe what your first reaction was when you heard about human design, right? It's not something that it is a widespread. However, especially where I live, it's not as talked about. So really, I'm a trailblazer in setting the stage with this. I had no clue. Yeah, exactly. No clue. No clue. So human design is really the science of differentiation. So it highlights how we are all unique and how we're designed to operate our day-to-day life differently. So it basically gives you this genetic blueprint and roadmap of how you can start living your most abundant and aligned life as yourself. And this comes from Ra Aruhu. He's the founder of human design. We're going to explore that even further in a little bit. So what's so powerful about human design is that human design is really all about decisions and anchoring into your body and connecting with your soul. So with human design, you learn how to make decisions as yourself versus how you feel you should make decisions. So for example, you guys can go ahead and pop in the chat if you resonate with this. Maybe you've always had a really strong inclination and connection with your gut, but due to what your family's told you, what your friends told you, what society has told you, you've always made more logical decisions. But something instinctually always tells you within your gut, thumbs up, yes. Something within you, within your gut has always told you, no, we need to do the opposite. We need to do the opposite, right? So let's say, for example, you wanted to invest with someone, you wanted to invest in a coach or mentor, and you're feeling this within your sacral, you're feeling this within your gut and your sexual organs. You're like, yes, absolutely. Like this really ignites me. But logically, you're like, I'm not going to do it. And then you're frustrated or you're bitter or you're disappointed with whatever the situation is for weeks or for months. Or it just keeps resurfacing. It just keeps resurfacing. So here's the thing. It's not your fault. We live in a society that teaches us from the beginning that we're designed to make all of our decisions with our mind. And here's the thing. Some individuals, depending on your human design chart, you are meant to be more logical, but we're not meant to make decisions from our mind. We're meant to make decisions from our body. We're meant to make decisions from our body. So what's so important and what human design teaches us is that you learn how to make decisions as yourself. As yourself. Maybe some of you here have been in a work environment where you were really pressured of like, okay, Heather, okay, Michelle, okay, Mare, okay, Elaine, okay. We need you to make a decision today. And you're like, holy fuck, wait, I just got this news. Wait, I need a second. I need a second to process. Can anyone else resonate with that, right? Can anyone else resonate with that? Where you're like, I just need more time, actually. Hand raised. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So here's the thing, and here's what's so powerful that human design teaches us is that we're all designed to make decisions differently because we are all different people. And I feel as a society, we talk about this and we know this, like, yeah, I'm different. But it's like, no, are you like, let's just allow that to land. You are designed to be different. So, yes, exactly. So, how you go about navigating day to day life looks different So how Elaine, how Michelle, how Mare, how everyone else, how I go about navigating day-to-day life looks very differently. It looks very differently. And so this is why I love my one-on-one coaching and group program Unlock Your Soul, because I do things very differently. When I mentor and coach individuals, oh, let's see, someone is not muted. When I coach or mentor individuals, it's coming from, hold on, let's see. Let's see. Okay. When I coach or mentor individuals, of course, individuals ask me what works best for me because I am here to coach, teach, and mentor you. But that's not what's important. What's the most important is that I'm coaching, teaching, and mentoring you on what is going to work the best for you based on your specific human design. And that's where my clients see the most results. That's where they see the most transformation because, of course, they can ask me, for example, what works for you as a generator type? And we'll get into that. But I help, and I attract so many projector clients too. So I help my clients to really anchor in on what works best for you. What works best for you? And getting really clear with that. Getting really clear with that. So again, human design is really all about connecting you to your body and your soul. And why this is so important, and here's what I want to say here. Go ahead and pop in the chat if you resonate where you're like, okay, cool. I I totally resonate that it's really awesome to be in your body. It's great to connect with your soul. But how the fuck do I do that? Because I have always lived in my mind. It's like, okay, I'm getting it. I'm hearing it. Like, okay, awesome. You know, you're designed to really be in your body. It's so hard to get out of your head. Yeah, exactly. It's like, how do you actually connect with your body when you're so in your head? Go ahead and pop in the chat. Go ahead and raise your hand if you can resonate with that. I absolutely will be the first person to raise my hand proudly that it can still be hard for me if I'm so in my head to actually anchor into my body. So that's something we're going to dive into a little bit later, but this is why I incorporate mindset work alongside with human design to really build this beautiful ebb and flow of starting to reshift your limiting belief, to reshift. I have lived in survival mode, so I don't know how else to operate. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And it makes sense. It's like, okay, cool. I'm learning about this amazing tool. I have many of my different clients that share this where, okay, cool, I'm learning about this amazing tool, but how do I actually fully implement this? Because I'm so in my head. And it's not to shame ourselves, it's to really love on ourselves and give ourselves grace that you only knew what you knew then. And so this is what's so powerful about the work that I do, about the tool of human design, about mindset shifts. And all of these, I believe, come from God in order for us to navigate day-to-day life. Because if we're trying to anchor into our body with a tool like human design, if we're trying to anchor into how we're different, how can we do that when we're in our mind? So I incorporate mindset work and the tool of human design so you are able to connect with your mind, body, and soul all together. And that's something we're going to explore a little bit further after this. So the next part, the first layout of this is, what is human design? The tools you provide are seriously life-changing. Amazing. Yes, Heather is so freaking awesome. We did some one-on-one sessions together. And yes, she has truly just integrated this to the 9 and has seen so many shifts, especially in regards to money. There have been so many shifts with the tools and resources that we've talked about. So thank you so much for sharing that, Heather. So step 2, or what we're going to talk about next, is really the science and spirituality behind human design. Because how I approach human design, I don't see many people, if anyone, talk about the tool of human design coming from God. So the way that I incorporate and the way that human design resonates with me looks very different. And this is what's so powerful because you're able to really feel into what works for you. And this is what is so true for me. And that's been able to provide even further clarity for my clients and for my loved ones. So, for more of the science side of human design, I want to give you guys some examples and some solid foundation about human design even more. So, Ra Ruhu founded human design in 1987. It was not that long ago. And what he did was that he went on a 14-day meditation in Ibiza, Spain, and he channeled what was known as the voice. And all of these downloads during those 14 days really collected for him, and that's how human design was born. So, why I love human design is that there is such a logical aspect to human design. It's not just like, here's human design, right? It's like, it's composed of so many different top ancient modalities and modern sciences of our world, of our world. So, for example, you're incorporating it's incorporating biochem, the Chinese I Ching, genetics, the Hindu Brahmin chakra system, Kabbalist tree of life, magnetic monopole, quantum mechanics, Western astrology, astronomy. There are so many things of how your human design is specifically just so tailored to you. And what I really want to highlight, especially, is the part about genetics because as I mentioned, your human design chart that I showed you in the beginning, my chart, your human design chart is as unique as your fingerprints. As your fingerprints. So no one else in the entire world has your unique human design chart. This is why, again, I love coaching my one-on-one clients in group programs and one-on-one mentoring because it's the most every single experience with my client as coach, mentor, and client is so unique and so tailored and so different, even if we're the same type, which we're going to get into what that means. So this is why it's so amazing because there is so much logical and scientific explanation behind human design. I think about a client that comes to mind where he told me, he's like, I just love the science specifically behind human design and understanding how all of these components really formulate your human design chart. Like that actually allows me to click even further. Like go ahead and pop in the chat if you guys just had a realization of like, wow, I actually didn't realize that human design was founded on this thing or incorporates that thing. Go ahead and pop in the chat. I would love to hear from you guys. I've learned to accept myself since learning about my design instead of beating myself up about how I was feeling in my body. Exactly. Exactly. And you've made such a transformational shift. I am so, so, so proud of you. This is one of my other clients who is in Unlock Your Soul. Special shout out to her. And love my one-on-ones. Yes, love the one-on-ones too, Heather. I was clueless. Yeah, exactly. I was clueless too. I had no idea that it was founded on not even just one thing, so many different things. So many different things. So again, this is why this human design experience is so specific to you. So specific to you. So where more of the spiritual side really comes in for me is when Ra Aruhu references the voice, I believe that to be God. And here's why. So I remember, and actually this past year, I've learned that I'm a medium and I learned that I'm a channel and I've been experimenting with that. I communicate to God and my spirit team and my angels through light. I was trying to upload a video so I can show you guys. So for those of you that either watch my or follow me on Instagram or watch my TikToks, I post them on there. It's this blinking light that I know that my angels or God or my spirit team is communicating to me. Sometimes I do get intuitive hits of messages that I can also relay to myself or to my clients in those moments. And I'm really just continuously opening myself up and experimenting with that. I also communicate to him through crosses too and different external signs and numbers and these different things. So, what's really powerful, I'm shaking my head. Yes, you just can't see me. Yes. Yes. Yes, Heather knows. Yes, Heather knows. So, here's like it's just things that come through. It's like, oh my gosh, yes. Okay. So I remember I was walking on the treadmill one day and I was just really feeling down. I was just feeling in this low and I was like, I don't know if human design is for me. Like, God, because here's the thing, God is the center of my life. Everything that I have, everything that, how my life has transformed, Verde, my relationships, my everything in my life has come from God. And so all of the things is from God. And so I was just talking to him. And because human design has actually allowed me to deepen my relationship with God even further. And that's a whole other story. So when I was talking with him, I was like, God, I just need a sign that this tool is from you because I don't want to be talking about this tool. I don't want to be promoting this if this doesn't make sense for me to talk about or that this does not come from you. And so afterwards, shortly afterwards, and I talked to him about this blue butterfly with white polka dots, which is very special and meaningful for me. And so I was talking to him about that too. So very shortly after I opened up Instagram or Facebook, I can't remember which one it was. And there was this picture. I was going to put the picture up, but I didn't want to I didn't the screenshot I took was not the best picture of the woman and I didn't want to do her injustice like that. So what the picture was it was this ad for, and I've never seen something like this before. It was an ad for a human design app, and then the woman that was on like promoting the app, she was wearing a bucket hat with blue fucking butterflies and white polka dots. And I was like, this is just how good God is. And I was like, okay. And for a short amount of time or for some period of time, I was trying to really connect it all together. Like, how does human design, how does mindset, how does God, like, how does all of this come together? And it's really anchored in even stronger for me, specifically, honestly, within the past week to 2 weeks in my life, that this is a beautiful tool that comes to us from God. And this is what continuously works in my life for my clients that are sharing now, for my clients that are watching the replay, and for you guys to truly start to experiment within your own life. So, this tool, I received confirmation, comes from God. So, there is a beautiful scientific approach and spiritual approach that comes in with the tool of human design. Unlock Your Soul has allowed me to get to know myself after 50 years. Knowing how I'm designed, programmed, has helped me utilize my design to make myself happier and the decisions that benefit me. Yes, thank you so much for sharing this. And this is such a great point. In Unlock Your Soul and with my group courses and with one on ones, I have individuals that are just starting out their career. They're in their late 20s or younger 20s to individuals that are around the age of 50, right? And they're starting over with their career or they're starting fresh with their career and they're like, I need some guidance, I need some help. So notice throughout this, notice how your body first and foremost is feeling as I'm sharing this with you guys, but just notice the limiting beliefs that can be coming up for you throughout this experience. Notice the limiting beliefs that can be coming up for you throughout this experience. So, noticing the belief of, I'm too old, this is fake, this is not going to work. Who does she think that she is? This only works for Mallory, like whatever the case may be. And we dive much deeper into this in one on one or Unlock Your Soul, where you can actually start anytime that you notice a limiting belief coming up, you guys start to shift that. Start to ask yourself, what's another possible way that I can actually look at this? And if you're taking notes right now, this is recorded, so you guys can always come back to this. But if you're taking notes, write that down. What's another possible way I can look at this? What Reese Evans talks about that I love that she incorporates, me and her had a conversation. I'm incorporating her mindset shifts in with my work too. So, what she talks about is if you knew the answer was yes, what would you do? Right? You can really start to even just notice your mind, even just notice your jaw, notice your head starting to expand, notice your chest starting to open, notice your stomach starting to open, notice your shoulders relaxing, right? Notice potentially, like, for example, Elaine, noticing getting out of survival mode and starting to get into your body, right? Getting into your body, like, whoa. And that's the power of incorporating, again, the science and the spirituality part, but the mindset and the body and soul connection that I help guide my clients through, because that alone is so life changing. So, in regards to your human design chart, when you're looking at your human design chart, there are three things that are so important. Like, these are the three things that, if that can just totally transform your life. If you just did these three things, then it can help set everything else in motion. And that is your type, strategy, and authority. So this is my type, strategy, and authority here, and we'll get into what all of this means. And this is reflected in your complementary human design chart. So there's 5 types in human design. If you know of your human design, I would love for you guys to just pop in the chat what your type is. Again, I have worked with pretty much all of the different types aside from reflectors. We're going to get into that. They are the rarest type. Generator, yes, yes, generator, amazing, amazing. I'm also a generator. Man gen, amazing, amazing, amazing. Yes, so we have so many different, there's 5 different types in human design. And so these are the 5 different types, and it really helps highlight how different and unique you are. And incorporating your unique type, you're able to understand your energy. You're able to understand your natural energy of what you exude in this world. So there's manifesting generators, projectors, and reflectors. So when you think of your type, you can really think about this energy that surrounds you, really your aura, okay? So in regards to your strategy, these are the types and strategies here. So for example, when you incorporate your type, when you understand how you can best operate your energy, how you can best utilize your energy to have the most abundant life, you can also understand how to incorporate your strategy. So your strategy is how you go about making day-to-day decisions, for example, how you go about navigating day-to-day life. So we're going to do a brief overview of manifestor, or of all the different types. Again, this is something I dive much deeper into in the free Intro to Human Design Masterclass. And also we explore this much deeper in Unlock Your Soul and one-on-one coaching and mentoring. So manifestors, they are around 7% of our world. They really have this more closed and impactful aura. So when they talk to you, you really feel it. You feel it. And so how they're designed to go about navigating day-to-day life is informing other people. So they really are here to open their mouth and speak any creative ideas, things that are coming up for them. And they really need a lot of rest. Oftentimes they are conditioned to feel like they need to constantly work or execute their creative ideas to the fullest, but they can actually pass the baton and have someone else help them. They really are here to inform. So when they're not informing, which can be a major conditioning, they often feel very angry. They can feel very angry, and it doesn't necessarily come second nature for manifestors to want to inform. So the more that they can actually lean into informing other people about anything that's coming up for them, the more peace they're able to experience in their life, which is their self-theme. For generators and manifesting generators, these are also known as generator types. So this is about 70% of our world. Again, as you guys have seen here, most individuals are generators or manifesting generators. And really what we are here to do is to wake up each and every single day and follow what excites us, follow what really lights us up, what really lights us up, what really turns us on. Okay. So we are really here, if you're a generator, for example, to follow one thing that really, really lights you up and allow yourself to flow and go there. You could focus all day on it. And for manifesting generators, allowing yourself to follow multiple different things throughout the day that really, really excite you, and informing along the way can be really, really helpful. Okay. So as you are doing this, there's different things that come into your world for you to respond to, different people, different circumstances, whatever it might be. And so you're then able to respond, you're able to feel into your body, whether this is a yes, I'm really excited, this is a no, like I am just clenching my body, it feels like a period cramp almost, right? A no for now, which just feels like you don't really feel anything towards it, or fear. Fear. So fear, for example, can look like, oh my gosh, this is really exciting me, but it doesn't make logical sense to my mind right now, or I shouldn't do that. So, a major conditioning that generators and manifesting generators can experience is more of this should energy, doing more shoulds versus what they want to do. So, the more that they actually can tap into what they want to do, the less frustration they experience and the more satisfaction they start to feel. So, for projectors, these are really they're meant to be guides here in this world, and they're up and coming. They're really rising. There are more projectors that are being born into this world. There's around 22% of projectors in this world. And they really have this superpower of being able to recognize and deeply see into other people, into businesses, whatever it might be, that other people cannot see. So they can recognize shit, okay? And all they really crave deeply is to also be recognized from other people. So, and also to do what they love, right? All of the types ultimately, like we all want to at the end of the day, we crave happiness and we want to do what we love. So, for projectors, they because they can deeply see into other people, it's important for them to wait for the invitation for other people to invite them in and to allow them to verbally share or express what they have to share. Projectors do not have to wait for the invitation when it comes to following what's deeply fascinating for them. So as they follow what fascinates them each and every single day, what my school talks about is it's similar to building a lighthouse. As they do that brick by brick, following these different fascinations, their light shines and people come in as they recognize them. For example, starting their own business online, people recognize that and come into your world, and just life continuously magnetizes for you. And then for reflectors, this is 1% of the population. So they are definitely the rarest type. And they are meant to wake up each and every single day and really feel into who am I? Because every single, as I showed you guys my chart, there are some centers that you saw that were white, and then some centers that are filled in with a different color. So reflectors charts are completely white. And what they are here to do is really help amplify and feel into what is healthy or not. So they're designed to really go about day to day life, allowing themselves to flow, waking up each and every single day, seeing who they are, journaling about it, and releasing it. Okay. So pop in the chat how you guys are feeling. How does this resonate for everyone too? I would love to hear because I know that that was a more thorough and quick breakdown. Again, we go into this much deeper in one-on-one and unlock your soul too. Like hearing the description of all the different types. Yes. Amazing. Because here's the thing, we don't often talk about, for example, and this is what I was getting at with hiring a mentor, hiring a coach. If your mentor, for example, is a manifester and they're telling you to go on social media and just start informing, and you're a projector and you're meant to wait for the invitation from other people in regards to like going up and just start talking to people, it can feel like, why the fuck did I even hire this person? That's not working for me, right? So that's the power of being able to understand your human design. And that's why I love my coaching and mentoring containers and group programs, because we all have an understanding of how we can best communicate and show up with one another. So that's how you go about honoring your energy and also being able to navigate day-to-day life. So in regards to authority, what this means is that this is how you go about making big decisions. Okay. So this is the hierarchy of authorities. And we're going to go ahead and briefly go over them too. So, if you have emotional authority, this is all the way to the right side. It's sort of this green, yellow triangle all the way to the right side. And you were designed to wait 24 hours to make a big decision. You guys can also go ahead and pop in the chat what your authorities are. I would love, love, love to hear. So, when you're feeling more neutral, because with having emotional authority, when you're making a decision, it's like, oh, yes, this is it, this is it. And then you're like, ooh, maybe not, maybe I need to wait. And so it's important for you to ride your wave in order to experience more neutrality. And then you can ask yourself, does this decision make me happy? If you have sacral authority, which is the orange square, second from the bottom, this is your gut and your sexual organs. And you are designed to make a decision immediately, immediately. And asking yourself the question, do I want this? So just noticing sacral, awesome. So just noticing within yourself when you don't make those big decisions, and then you might start to get in your head and you start to overthink. And then you're like, why the fuck did I not invest in that? Why did I not do this? Blah, blah, blah. All these different things. So the more that you can make big decisions immediately, the more satisfied you start to feel. So you also have sacral, amazing, sacral. So there's also splenic, which is all the way to the left side. And this is the gray triangle. The time to make this is immediately. And you really are here to ask yourself, does this decision feel right in my body? So it's all about trust, it's really trusting. If you have ego projected or ego manifested, this is all the way to the right side. It's the smaller triangle. And you're meant to make decisions immediately or however long it takes for clarity to come through. So if you have ego manifested, talking out loud can be really helpful for you. So any of my verbal processors, that can be really, really helpful. And then the leading question is, does this serve me? If you have your G center as your authority, the time is 24 hours. And then asking yourself, does this decision feel, hold on, wait, let me move. Let's see. Does this decision bring me closer to my life's direction? Does this decision bring me closer to my life's direction? And then if you have mental or environmental, this is really allowing yourself grace to make a decision immediately or however long it takes for you to receive clarity when you speak out loud. And so asking yourself the decision, does this feel right? So if you have mental or environmental, I had a client that had this, it's really powerful for you to examine your thoughts in one space and then being able to, that feels really good for you, and then being able to go to a different location and examine your thoughts again and then feel into, does this decision feel right for me? So having two different environments. And then lastly, there is the lunar cycle, which is 28 days. And the leading question is, does this decision make me happy? So this is for reflectors, and they are meant to wait 28 days to make these big decisions and allowing themselves to feel who they are and what feels true for them each and every single day. So again, go ahead and pop in the chat how you guys are feeling, how this is resonating for you thus far. I love to hear. I may have mentioned this in the beginning, but if not, I love to respond as a generator to what you guys are sharing. So that's highly, highly encouraged for you guys to pop as my clients are doing here. Go ahead and pop how you are feeling, and then also just main takeaways that you guys are really anchoring in with this with this masterclass here. So again, human design is all about connecting back to your body and soul, as I was mentioning. But again, if we're so used to, due to conditioning, being stuck in our head, being stuck in the survival mode, as Elaine shared, how do we get out of our head and into our body? And what I have found the most beneficial is the collaboration of human design and subconscious mindset reprogramming together. And so this is what I specifically incorporate in my longer term one-on-one coaching and mentoring and in Unlock Your Soul. It's again really allowing you to start to see the shifts of these limiting beliefs that are coming up for you. It's thanking those versions of yourself that are trying to keep you safe. And it's anchoring back into the version of you that already has what you want, that already has the desire, that already has the dream life. Because whatever you're desiring, whether it's the money, the relationship, the career, the freedom, whatever it is, you're designed to experience it. This is what I am such an advocate for. Whatever is placed in your heart by God, it's meant to see the light of day. It's meant to see the sunlight, because how you do things, how you go about bringing it into the world is going to look very differently than the next person or someone else, right? So you're designed to bring that into the world, even when you're scared, even when you feel you might not be able to afford it, all these different things, you are meant to do so because it's placed in you by God. And the tool of human design, for example, allows you to really anchor in with these decisions. And with having subconscious mindset reprogramming, which I bring in, there's a 5-step mindset manifestation. Some of my clients are in Unlock Your Soul, and we just moved through this yesterday. Holy shit, it's huge. It is so huge. It really allows you to anchor into, again, what you want, how it helps change the world. And this is all by Reese Evans, as we talked about. Stepping into the version of you that already has the thing that you want. This can also be known as the law of assumption. And then getting clear on what your ideal day and your ideal week looks like. So I am helping my clients, I am helping guide them through this alongside with human design. So that way we can really, again, transform your fucking life. Because ultimately, whatever tool you're using, whatever modality you're using, we all just want the same fucking thing: to experience happiness and love and peace in this lifetime. Okay. So that's really what I feel the collaboration of human design. Amen to that. Yes. That's really what human design and mindset reprogramming allows you to do, because you can then look at those beliefs that are coming up for you, even as you're in this masterclass right now. Go ahead and notice, as I'm about to share these special incentives with you guys, go ahead and notice the limiting beliefs that are coming up for you. I can't afford this. This isn't going to work for me. This is fake. I'm too old. Whatever it might be. I can't start over. I'm too young. Whatever is coming up for you, I want you to actually challenge that belief right now in this moment. You can go ahead and write it down. Ask yourself again, what's another possible way that I can look at this? As Reese Evans talks about, what if you knew the answer was yes, what would you do? Right? As I go into this, it's like, okay, cool. If I knew the answer was yes, in me investing in this, or me following how I feel within this relationship, whatever it might be, if I knew the answer was yes to making more money or to having a healthy love, whatever it might be, what would you do? Because the greatest investment that we can ever invest in is ourselves. Because when you start to change yourself, when you start to shift your mind, your whole reality changes. And those around you also change. They start to see, you start to see things very differently, and they also recognize that and they notice that. So I am so excited. Let me go ahead and see. Yes. So ultimately, again, this is how you start to anchor in with God, by utilizing the tool of human design and incorporating mindset work to really co-create your dream life, to co-create your dream life. So this is a beautiful blend that I teach my clients, that I teach in my group programs, in one-on-one. And what I am so excited to talk to you guys about. So again, as I mentioned, one of the biggest things that can hold people back is from stepping into their dream life is your own limiting beliefs, is you. So it's like giving yourself that grace and knowing that, okay, cool, if my mindset here is the quote problem and I can change that, then I'm also the solution to that, right? How freaking powerful. Go ahead and pop in the chat how you guys are feeling, how this is resonating for you, because what I'm about to share is so fucking powerful. And I'm so excited to share this with you guys. Go ahead and pop in the chat how you guys are feeling. How you guys are feeling. And let's just all take a deep breath too. So go ahead as you are typing, as you are going ahead and just settling into your mind, noticing how your body's feeling. Go ahead and take a big inhale in with me and exhale out. Inhale in and exhale out. Inhale in and exhale out. Feeling generated. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. So, what I want to share with you guys, feeling amazing, amazing, absolutely great. So, what I want to share with you guys is two special incentives. Breath work is so important. Yes, absolutely. And this is something that I incorporate in, especially Unlock Your Soul. We do a lot of breath work, we do a lot of meditating, and that's something that I will get into. It is so important. Absolutely. It helps you anchor into your body even more. So these are two special incentives and offers that I have that you guys are going to get first access to. So everything else that I'm going to go over, the last offer is going to have, it's going to have an email blast that's going to go off probably around like 2:30 for the rest of the world. So you guys get special access to this now. So what I want you guys to anchor into: one, openness; two, how your body's feeling; three, start breathing through this, okay? And four, I highly encourage you to make a decision by utilizing your authority, right? Utilize your authority with this. So what I want to share with you guys, drum roll, for the first one is Unlock Your Soul. So I've talked about Unlock Your Soul a few times throughout this masterclass here. And again, you guys that are on the live are going to get special access to Unlock Your Soul with a discounted price for a short amount of time. So Unlock Your Soul is for you if you are really ready to receive thorough one-on-one direct coaching and also be in a group supportive atmosphere. You're really ready to be settled. You're tired of necessarily hopping from different courses or seeing what works for you. You're really ready to be settled, and you're really ready to also find a supportive community. You're really ready to find a personal development community. You're really ready to anchor even further into human design. You're really resonating with what I'm saying, and you're ready to learn real life examples of how you can actually start to integrate your energy, your day-to-day decisions and your big decisions effectively. Because here's the thing, I don't just teach my clients about human design. Of course, that's one element to it. My clients bring in real life shit that they're navigating. What am I going to do in regards to this career? I don't have a job right now. What am I going to do with the lack of money that I have, right? And going into debt. What am I going to do? There are real life shit. There is real life shit that my clients bring in, and that's what I encourage. Because here's the thing, and this is something that I've talked about with many different people, and my mentor talks about too. You can invest in all these different tools. Go ahead and pop in the chat if you can resonate with this. You've invested in all these different tools and you've read all the books and you're like, okay, great. What's next? What tool can I learn next? But have you actually fucking integrated it? It makes sense why your life is not changing, why your life is not shifting, because there hasn't been a level of embodiment with what you are learning. Right? And maybe in some cases you're like, I just don't even resonate with this, right? But for the things that you're actually really resonating, for example, with human design, you're really resonating with this. It's so important to not only learn about it, but actually to practice it, okay? Because our mind can really retain even more of the knowledge and information when we teach and what we do. It retains around 90% more accuracy with that. So this is also for you if you're ready to start doing what you love daily. You know that more is out there for you. So for example, as Elaine, as you were talking about, like, you know that more is out there for you. Change needs to happen. And you're tired of ignoring that desire. You're tired of ignoring that pull that's inside of you. So again, you're ready to not only just shift your body and your soul, but you're ready to shift your mindset too, because you're fucking tired of living in your mind. You're done. You're like, from this moment forward, I'm done, and I'm ready to clock when I'm starting to want to live in my mind, and I'm able to have tools and resources to get myself out, right? Or to have even more helpful thoughts. Okay. I teach about that too. So, what's included? What's included in Unlock Your Soul is weekly live Zoom calls that start at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. All of the calls are recorded. All of them are available for you to watch the replay for life. You also get a private Facebook group community, so people are posting. You guys can go ahead and share your wins. You can share what you're navigating, and it's really there to also gain access with different insights that I share that come through for me to share with the group. You also receive live hot seat direct coaching from me every other week. So, what that means is that there is some teaching towards the first half of every other week. And then again, that's when my clients are bringing in, for example, hey, I'm navigating this within my career. Let's talk about it. Hey, I'm navigating this with my money mindset. Let's talk about it, right? Things that are really holding them back, things where they're feeling really stuck, they're able to have even more of this transformation. And when I'm in that setting, I'm really stepping into coaching. So I'm not telling you necessarily what to do. What I'm helping you is I'm asking you empowering, open ended questions for you to get really clear on what you want to do, what's going to work the best for you based on what you're learning. Okay. So it's really, really, really effective. For those of you guys that are in Unlock Your Soul, you can go ahead and pop in the chat, some wins or anything that you've realize within that too. I have a few Unlock Your Soul. Let's see, I have a few Unlock Your Soul members that are here. I I've been feeling really transformed from Unlock Your Soul. I've taken various courses with Mal, but this one has resonated on another level. Even when I thought I learned a lot about human design, Unlock Your Soul has truly elevated my understanding and application of human design and other wellness practices. Some things I have heard for years have finally fallen into place through these deep dives with Mal and the group, and real experiences and real emotions are shared. Yes, thank you so much for sharing that, Maren. It's so true. I mean, this container is absolutely so potent. It's so special and it's very intimate. So it's a very safe space for you to be able to plug in. I mean, people are sharing their real life shit, and I'm sharing my real life shit. So it's really beautiful that we're all here to help support one another and to be able to fully, again, transform for you to be able to start living your dream life, because I fully believe we all deserve to experience that. Every single person, all of you watching the replay, all of you on the live now, you deserve to experience your dream life. So, what else is included? You also receive a personalized deconditioning tools and daily mantras that are based on your human design chart. So, why the mantras are really important, and I actually just really anchored into this, is because, again, as I was talking about from Reese Evans, she talks about this. What's really important is, or what's really interesting is that, again, our subconscious mind, whatever we tell it, it goes, okay. And again, collects from that 11 million bits of information from our subconscious mind. So if we're telling ourselves, I do what I want daily, I can trust myself, I anchor into my body, I am not my emotions, your subconscious mind is starting to generate even more examples of how that's possible, and it's shifting your reality. So what you tell yourself is so powerful, and I provide my clients in Unlock Your Soul with daily personal mantras that you're able to really help decondition and step into shifting your reality. We also dive into many guided meditations, deep, deep, deep guided meditations. For those of my clients that are on here now, you guys can definitely resonate with that. You meet with different versions of yourself. I mean, you meet with your soul, you meet with your higher self. And if you're feeling a little overwhelmed or you're feeling a little scared right now, it's no worries, because we are all here to support, and I am here to support you guys. I'm here to support you guys. You also receive weekly journaling prompts and embodiment and emotional release tools. These especially really help you get into your body. So, for example, learning how to throw a temper tantrum in a healthy way, learning how to regulate your nervous system. So, this is a full body experience. You really are unlocking your soul. And you also receive a free human design reading. So this really helps prep you for your type, strategy, and authority that we went over, plus your cross of incarnation, which is a part of this purpose and this energy that you're here to be, and special unconscious gifts and conscious gifts that you have. So with all of that being said, the value is over 11 grand. And the current price for this Unlock Your Soul course is at 333. So your price is at $3,000 for 48 hours or a $1,500 subscription twice. Okay, so let me go ahead and grab the links here for you guys. So the first one that I'm sending is for Unlock Your Soul. And again, you can go ahead and use the code Masterclass in the discount code. Let's see, let me go ahead and send that. So that's if you want to pay in full or Unlock Your Soul, and then just go ahead and put Masterclass. Again, this is all going to be valid for 48 hours. So I highly recommend you guys, again, utilizing your authority with this and tap into, okay, am I ready to fucking transform and blast off my life? Is this something that's really, really resonating with me? I am ready to change. I am ready for growth. I'm ready to get out of my head. I'm ready to start living my dream life. Like, this is the clients that invest in this. They are ready. They know, again, that more is out there for them. So you can go ahead and use the code Masterclass for $300 off, or you can go ahead and sign up for the subscription. I also cannot see that right now. So as you are following your type, strategy, and authority, as you're anchoring in, go ahead and again, pop a message in and say done or I'm in, because I really, really want to celebrate you guys. And again, we do have a few Unlock Your Soul members that are in now. And yes, I really would love to celebrate you guys. So use your authority with this and go ahead again, pop in done whenever you're finished, because I would love to be able to celebrate you guys. Okay, so offer number 2. Here we go. So offer number 2 is new. This is new one-on-one coaching containers for 1 month. So this is really a 1-month intensive. This I know is going to sell so quickly. So for Unlock Your Soul, you guys that are on live now, you get the access to this for 48 hours. So this is not something that's going to go to the rest of the world. This is not something that anyone else is going to have access to. They will get the 3333 pricing. So you guys are able to have this. For the one-on-one coaching 1-month container, this is going out to the rest of the world, okay? This is going out in about 40-ish minutes to the rest of the world, okay? So you guys have the option to be able to sign up for one-on-one coaching now. So what I want to share is that this container, this 1-month container, is for you if you're wanting to learn more about your specific human design in a shorter and more efficient time frame. You desire to come into the container, learn, get what you need, and then integrate it on your own. So you're not necessarily wanting to linger. You're not necessarily you're wanting to learn about it and then go implement it and integrate it on your own. You also probably have a busy schedule and you want something that's shorter and sweet and to the point. So you might also have a busy schedule with Unlock Your Soul. So you also have access to recorded replays. But with having a busy schedule, this is really efficient and amazing. I've had many clients that have shared with me that they wish that something like this was out there. So I'm excited to integrate this and for you guys to again have first access with this. So what's included is 2 two Zoom calls, and they're going to be every other week. So the first call is going to be a human design reading. So again, it's going to be very thorough in regards to a much more detailed explanation of what your human design type, strategy, and authority is, unconscious gifts that you have, a part of this energy that you're here to be, a part of your purpose, and more conscious gifts that you have. What's really powerful too within this container is that we also explore, for example, your environment type. So, where you're designed to live, how you digest information, how you can process information. So, it's definitely, if you're wanting more of a one on one experience, I would recommend this or a different one on one container and package. And then the second call is a deeper integration call. So this is really, again, further integrating what you've learned and exploring even more in your human design chart. So you also have access to 4 weeks of Voxer access. So for those of you that are unfamiliar with Voxer, you can think about sending voice memos back and forth. So it's similar to a walkie-talkie iMessage or walkie-talkie, for example, and my clients love this. I love this. I use this with my mentor, and it's so easy to navigate, and it's awesome because whatever, for example, my mentor shares, or I tell this to my clients too, I I share, for example, with my clients that they can actually save the messages, and then you can go back and re-listen to them on your notes. So let's see. So you can pay in full. Oh, wait, let me actually share this. So the Voxer is there because it's there for you to be able to have support in between sessions where you can navigate what you're currently moving through. Ask me any questions about your human design chart and what's coming up for you, and then receive direct coaching from me. So you have the full week to be able to plug in and receive direct access from me, which is fucking awesome. Okay. So if you're wanting more of a one-on-one experience in a shorter time frame, I would recommend one-on-one coaching and mentoring with this. So the pricing is 1777 if you want to pay in full, or you can also go ahead and do 899, which is, or it should be 889 actually. This payment will be made twice every other week for 1 month. So let me go ahead and incorporate that here for you guys. So let's see. Let's see. So the one-on-one coaching is there for the pay in full. And then the 889 is here, and that will be made twice. So what's really, really potent about this container, especially, is that there's only 4 spots that I'm taking for this. And again, this is going to be something that's going to be blasted into the world. Okay. So oh, let's see. So Heather said, would it be a good option for me if I am not doing Unlock Your Soul, or should I do individual one-on-ones? I would feel into this, Heather, and just share, or just feel into, okay, does it feel more exciting for me to do Unlock Your Soul, or does it feel more exciting for me to do one-on-one coaching and mentoring? Like, which one feels more enticing for you? Like, you feel more turned on, you feel more excited, and then go ahead and pop in the chat for what comes up for you there. So again, also, if you guys have any questions about these, I'm happy to stay on so that way you guys can ask me. I love my one-on-ones. Yes, the one-on-ones are so powerful. They really are so transformative. So again, feeling into whatever feels true and expansive for you is what's most potent and what's most powerful. And that's really anchoring into, again, your own human design. You're anchoring into what you want, and you're able to further receive clarity in regards to who you are and the decisions that you make, making the decision that is best for you. So here are ways that you can contact me further if you have any other questions. This is my Instagram, this is my email, and I highly recommend for those of you guys throughout the masterclass, go ahead and post your key takeaways and tag me. I would love to hear and celebrate and really share this with you guys. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Thank you. So ultimately, again, use your authority with these decisions, right? So if you have sacral authority, which one is feeling really, really spicy and ignited for you, right? Which one is feeling just so good for you? And if you have emotional authority, allowing yourself time, for example, to really ride your wave and feel into this. So I am so excited. Thank you guys for joining. I am so, so, so proud of you for being here, for truly transforming your life, for truly wanting to lean in and have the desire for more, to listen to that desire for more within your life. So, if you guys have any further questions, I'm also going to go ahead and send a link. So that way, or an email, so that way you guys have access to all of these links. But go ahead, again, go ahead and send me a message when you have completed this. And I'm so excited to celebrate you guys. I'm so excited that you were able to learn even more about your specific human design. And I'm sending you guys such great energy your way. Hope you guys have a great one.